Bruno, battle hammer, charging down the field, better wave the banner. He's charging up now, better wave your banner. Yeah! Bruno, battle hammer, king of the dwarves, so the whole line's clamor. He runs down the field with a clamor. Yeah! Thieves can't hold against a king so bold, making proud all the clans of old. The dragon rider, wreathed in fire, valiant savior of the mithril hall. Remember Icewind Dale, so raise your non-alcoholic ale and praise the Dwarven King, so say we all. And that's my Greatest Dwarven King awkward karaoke edition. I hope you enjoyed that. I don't care how shaky-voiced and awkward you are. If you have the courage to get up on stage and sing in front of people, I respect you. Because that takes courage. That takes putting yourself out there, you know? I've done it, and it's fun. But boy, I had to psych myself up for it. Good morning, everyone. The good time zone to you. Monastic Coffee, Niscus, Star Chaser, Rajuvi, and Kaze Koichi. Good morning to only you and no one else. No, that's rude. Good morning, everyone, but especially those I just named. God, that's a good song. Boo-doo-ba-doo. Yeah, allergies. But I took my I have an allergy spray for days when it's like particularly difficult. Yes, you can get on the list. Good morning, Camro. Good morning, Idiot Control Someday. Good morning, Reds fan. Yeah, I don't want anyone to feel left out. But yes, allergies. Unfortunately, despite my best efforts, I am still human. Good morning, MC Satarkadan. Here's a man who puts... Oh, Salem's meowing and saying very warm hello to all. Oh, cool. I'll do a cat version. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. This is the part where the cat has gotten bored and wandered away, so is not finishing the song. Because that's what a cat would do. Cats never do what you want them to do. They do what they want to do. Staring at the computer. Oh, even better. Okay, great. Well then, I suppose it's time, isn't it? Alright. Greetings, champions! Welcome to Mars Guiding Hand. I'm Mars. This is Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, the free-to-play, officially licensed Dungeons & Dragons formation strategy management video game from Codename Entertainment. On this show, we take a look at the latest content, discuss strategies, and answer any questions that you may have about the game. So get cozy, grab a drink, and join me for a little while as we talk about all things Idle Champions. Today is Tuesday, April 12th, 2022. It's episode 174. Those numbers just keep going up. Episode 200 soon, I suppose. So, welcome. If you've perhaps missed the news that was circulating yesterday, then allow me to be the first to tell you that the 100th champion coming to the game has been revealed. And I cannot tell you how difficult it was to keep that a secret for so long. There is an IGN article. We have an article up in IGN. That's cool. A game that I work on is featured on IGN. What? That's amazing. But yes, if you missed it, there's a command for this now. I set up a Moobot command for this. If you do ! Dungeon Master or ! DM for short, both work. It will summon the article for you to click on so that you can read about it yourself. But yeah, the 100th champion has been revealed to be Dungeon Master, your guide in the world of Dungeons and Dragons. And y'all, just as a I can finally say I was trying to tell you the whole time. I had these little figures hanging up back here for months. Whoa. Good enough. Yeah. So, I hope you enjoyed the big reveal. I hope you enjoyed our surprise. Dungeon Master's coming to the game. So cool. And I hope that you will be joining me because, I mean, as we do the show very nearly every day, we have 5 episodes of this a week, we're going to be playing a lot of Dungeon Master when Dungeon Master is finally available. But for now, it's still Gosrick, because we are still in the Greengrass Year 5 event with the return of Melf, the return of Orkira, and the debut of Gosrick. And so that is what we are going to focus on today. Oh, don't worry, Uni is also there. I just realized I wouldn't have been struggling with my hat if I had been wearing my hat. Allow me to correct this. Nice. That's better. Okay. So, quick accounts check-in. What am I doing with my 2 accounts? Well, you'll see that right here on Steam, I am playing through Endless War Gosrick Free Play. I just set up Modron Automation to do some Gosrick free plays. Oh, and it looks like I got an even split 11 silvers and 11 golds. Well, that's pretty good luck. That's great. Huh, okay. But, also exciting, I suppose I can't really show right now, but someone poked me, I think on Friday, or perhaps it was over the weekend, about patron stuff, like why I've been ignoring patrons for so long, and like, yeah, that kind of spurred me. So I have done all of the Mert and Vajra variants for the entire Grand Tour of the Sword Coast campaign. These are all done. And now I'm working my way through doing Strahd. And then I'll do Zariel. And then I'll take the whole gang and we'll go down to Tomb of Annihilation and we'll do the thing over there. And then Waterdeep and then etc. So, I'm working on getting caught up on the patrons whenever I have the time for it. I did a lot of that this weekend. It's always jarring when you don't have your hat or your glasses. If you're ever on stream with neither, we won't recognize you. That's interesting. I've always had that sort of, I don't know, that sort of face, I guess. You're not the first person to say that. I've heard that a lot growing up in my life. If you look at all of my school photos growing up, every year I looked drastically different. To the point that I have had people over and seen those pictures, and they thought I just had, like, brothers or cousins or something. No, they're all me. They just look very different. I don't know, I've got one of those faces that can take on many disguises, I suppose. Alright, so, Jordan is helping me out today, moderating, producing, and catching questions. So if you have questions for me, just drop them in Twitch chat. Jordan will grab them and put them in the backstage document for me. And I would like to give a special shout out to Jordan for also just setting up the document each day for the next day is really, really nice. I appreciate that you do that, Jordan, because I used to just set it up myself before every show. So I appreciate that you have taken command of doing that. That helps me. But first, we have some leftover questions. So while I am waiting for new questions to trickle in, I am going to be tackling leftover questions from last week. Let's dig in. As a feast. Aramita's question, I finally got a boss up to 30 pilfer stacks and brought out Azaka to get some favor, but then the boss hit 60 plus rage stacks and wiped out my formation. How do I stop the boss from building rage? Okay. The boss builds up rage if they ever get an attack off on you. So if they're a melee attacker, if you can just prevent them from ever reaching your formation, then they will never get a melee attack sequence, and thus their rage will never build. So, if you use pushbacks, walls, and stuns, and slows, a combination of these, you can get a boss to a point where it can never reach your formation. Now, if it's a ranged or magic attacking boss, either way, then you won't be able to prevent it from getting an attack off unless you just somehow permanently stun it, which is harder to do. That's inconsistent. I've been able to do that in the past by like getting a well-timed stun at the same time as doing an Ashara fireball, but I've not been able to like reliably reproduce that whenever I want to, and it only seems to work on like older bosses. Wait, Moobot, this is not a pre-tape show. What the hell are you doing? Moobot, you silly. Moobot, get out of here. Yeah, chat. All of chat and all my mods' actions, all of that is what's pre-recorded this time. So I'm over here talking to myself, essentially. Yeah. That's really funny. Anyway. Havilar. Havilar is a good champion for taking care of a boss who has problems with enrage. So if you can knock a boss back and keep knocking it back, and then you have Havilar throw her imps at the boss, endlessly. Just put a familiar on her ultimate and just watch her throw imps all day. Every time an imp explodes, for whatever reason, it's a permanent slow that stacks on itself. So if you do this, like, I don't know, 100 times, that boss is never moving a pixel. Which is really useful for setting up Azaga farming. You just do that huge perma-slow stack with Havilar imps, and then do some knockbacks to get them away from the formation. As far as working as intended, I guess it's not something that I ever see them like talk about or comment about. They fixed Havilar's imps being automatically summoned when you have her set to like times 100 level up. Like that, she doesn't have that anymore. So that's now working as intended. So like they've taken a look at Havilar, but they haven't adjusted how the imps thing permaslow works. So at this point I would assume that it's working as intended. Enjoy, I guess. Smuggle Beer question: how much favor do I need in a campaign to get at least a 1-to-1 from event favor? Okay, so when the conversion comes up, when the event ends and you want to do event favor conversion from the event to a permanent campaign of your choice, look at this. My Lathander's favor in the event right now says 6.01 E42. And it says, based on the 6.01 E42 Lathander's favor you have accrued, you will receive a 427.79% boost to your favor with deity of your choice. So, E42, 420%. And then everything to the left of the E is like all the extra, like 7.79, whatever. But the most important factor, whatever your E number is, multiply that by 10, and that is the percent conversion you're going to get. So, if you reach E10, that's a 100% conversion. If you reach E20, that's a 200% conversion. If you reach E35, that is a 350% conversion. E17, 170% conversion. It's pretty straightforward once you understand it. One Slayer, is there a way in the new shop to not use the console portraits? Nope, I don't believe there is. No, Oskin, are there any themes for the UI of the game? Right! The first time I saw Shop 3, I thought the exact same thing. But, I tried to start that conversation, no one seemed to bite. No, there are no other UI themes. It'd be really cool if there were, though, right? Legendary Dragon. Question. Do you have any idea how you get Gosrick and Melf's achievements? So Melf's is just straight up luck. It's just RNG. You just keep using Melf, and you do, like, deep runs with Melf over and over and over until you get his achievement. So, it's a waiting game. You might get lucky and get it really early. I did, actually, for my Epic game, which is my other account. Hold on. Oh, and I didn't talk about what I'm up to on my Epic account right now. Real quick, what I'm up to on my Epic account. I unlocked Strahd! So now I'm working on Zariel. I'm playing through Baldur's Gate Descent into Vernis. Currently on the Path of Dreams. But before I do that, I decide that I want some more favor. I've done 2 deep pushes so far, which has put me at 2.41 E15 Tiamat's favor. So that is my current progress in Baldur's Gate Descent into Vernis. I'm trying to get my favor up to like high E20s before I finish the campaign, which will just bring it up to matching with Torm and Kellenborn and Helm. Oh, and Witchlight for that matter. Yeah. Looks like I've got E24, 25, 27 favor in my other permanent campaigns. No, Icewind Dale, I haven't started that one yet. So, how do you get Melf's achievement? Complete 200 consecutive areas with Melf Speedy supplement providing the same buff. You just keep playing. You can set up Modron Automation for stage 200. Just keep looping it over and over and over and over and over. and you'll get it eventually. That's it. There isn't like a pro tip I can give you for that one. It's just patience, honestly, and luck. Gosrick. Have Gosrick reduce an enemy's armor with 15 concurrent stacks of armor ablation. So, Gosrick applies armor ablation every time he attacks. Yeah, there it is. Gosrick's cold attacks lowers an enemy's armor threshold by 15% for 30 seconds. Only applies to armored enemies, stacks up to 30 times, but each stack tracks its own duration. So you need to just go somewhere with an armored boss. Take your pick. You could go to... I mean, there's so many of them, but you could go to the final stage of Tomb of Annihilation to fight Valindra. That's my go-to whenever I really need to check something against an armored boss. You saw me do that last week with Gosrick, for that matter. So, go fight Valindra, or any armored boss of your choice. Choose your poison. And then set up Gosrick, and set up people that make Gosrick attack faster, like Whittle, for example. You just need Gosrick to attack faster. And just keep putting those armor ablation stacks. Also, if you have Narak... I don't on this account. I do on my other account. I'll switch back. If you have Narak... Narak has a pretty cool interaction with Gosrick, as it turns out. Let me set that up again, because it's pretty amusing. We'll keep Whittle. Okay, and Gosrick. There he is. And take the middle specialization, aim around armor if you're trying to go for the achievement specifically, because a big problem with trying to get Gosrick's achievement is that his stacks fall off. They each have a 30-second timer, so by the time like you're getting your 14th or 15th stack, he's already losing his first and second and third and whatever stacks. So, if you can make the duration last longer, then you'll have a better chance of keeping them up for longer. Okay, so Narak's Githzerai Focus increases the potency of the formation abilities of adjacent champions with a wisdom score of 14 or higher by, for me, currently 253.1%. So, let's see what this has. There we go. Armor Ablation. Gosrick's cold attacks lower an enemy's armor threshold by 52.97% for 211.9 seconds. Only applies to armored enemies, stacks up to 30 times, but each stack tracks its own duration. That's a lot longer. It's 30 seconds by default, 60 seconds if you take the specialization. And then if you put Narak next to him, that's going to jump up a lot more. So, Narak and middle specialization for Gosrick. Both of these things can be very good for getting Gosrick's achievement. And Whittle, just for increasing attack speed because of having adjacent champions that attack faster. Let's see, who can we put out that attacks quickly? Oh, not you. Not you. Sentry's pretty good. What's your default? 4? Okay. Yeah, so now Sentry has a 4-second attack cooldown, so now Gosrick does too. Just put out people that attack faster. Eh. Okay, and that's that. Oh, you know what? I still have a variant to do. I still have Armored Assault to do. Let's take care of that. More. Okay. Gonna set up Armored Assault for my Steam game here. And I'll get back to questions again. Gosrick starts in the formation. He can be moved, but he can't be removed. His armor ablation ability starts unlocked. Ah, good. We were just talking about that. All boss enemies have at least 25 armored health. Armored enemies require 100% more damage to deal one armored hit. Gosrick's armor ablation ability is plus 100% more effective. Oh boy. And getting to know Gosrick, Gosrick's attacks can weaken armor, use his specialization, and increase his attack speed to make the most of this feature. Well, there you go. It even tells you in the game. Increases attack speed, make him attack more, and take his middle specialization, and also have Narak. Okay. Back to questions. Let's actually jump to some of the new ones, then I'll get back to leftovers when I feel like it. Jamie Unyielding question. Hey Mars, 100th champion news, not for me, but that okay. Not every character mechanic for every person. Happy for those excited though. Great, that's a great reaction, Jamick, yeah. I didn't, like, grow up with the Dungeons & Dragons cartoon. It was just a little bit before my time, right? But I respect it. I know it's a classic. I have the whole series on DVD. I have watched it. But I came to it late, you know? I've been playing D&D since I was 10 years old. But when I most got into it was in, like, high school and college. And it is in college when I finally watched the cartoon series. And, it's dumb fun. It's my kind of stupid. Yeah. I liked it. I think it's a fun romp. Yeah. So, I think it's really exciting that we're gonna get the Dungeon Master from the cartoon. Looking forward to it. Reds fan question. Mars, why did he let them get eaten by Tiamat in Baldur's Gate 2? Tiamat's gotta eat. You seen the size of that dragon? It's gotta eat. What better than some hungry adventurers? Or, not, well, the adventurers aren't hungry. Tiamat's hungry. You know, speaking of Tiamat, imagine my surprise. I was just relaxing in bed last night, and I was, I was having a little trouble falling asleep. So I did what any rational person would do, and started up a movie on Disney Plus on my phone. So I watched The Eternals. And, spoilers for The Eternals. So give me like 5 seconds and look away from the captions. Spoilers for The Eternals, I'll give you a thumbs up when I'm done. Tiamat shows up in The Eternals. I was not expecting that. I know it's like actually playing on the mythological origin of Tiamat and not the Dungeons & Dragons one, but when I first heard the name drop, I was like, wait, what? That was a surprise. Okay, so now I'm filling up the captions. I'm filling up the captions with random junk. I'm filling up the captions with random junk to get the spoilers away, and now I can give a thumbs up, and people can come back from the spoilers. Welcome back. I'm done talking about spoilers. Alright. Aramedas, I've been sick for the past few days. What's this about Dungeon Master and Uni? Yeah, so exclamation mark Dungeon Master or exclamation mark DM in chat, and you will get a link to an IGN article that is your exclusive first look at our 100th champion revealed, which is Dungeon Master from the Saturday morning cartoon series of D&D. And Uni is coming along for the ride as well. Now, I can't go into specifics about how their mechanics work, largely because I only know, like, conceptually how their mechanics work. And, like, I don't know numbers or specific wording or anything like that. Just, like, a spoken word summary. That's all I've got to work on so far. So I'd rather not, like, give away misinformation and just wait for, actual, like, spotlight to come out, and then we can talk about it. You're curious what the guest star spec will do? I wanna tell you about it. But I can't. Not yet. Not yet. I can't talk about slots or anything else yet. That video looks like he's in slot 6, right? But I have no idea if that's, like, actually where he's supposed to land or not. Because, like, they'll test champions in different slots. So I don't know if that might have been from, like, a test phase or something. Murak. I'm expecting Saravak for one of the next champions to be released. What do you think? I don't know who that is. Sorry. That does not ring a bell. Orphabus 2, question. Hello, Mars. What's your favorite Ashara formation? I know you're not a fan of Ashara. Okay, no, I am a fan of Ashara. Don't get it twisted. I am a fan of Ashara. I've just been doing it for so long that I am craving a change of pace. That's my issue. I like Ashara very much, actually. When I ran the Tomb Annihilation campaign for some people learning how to play D&D, I even, like, featured Ashara. Ashara gets, like, a couple of sentences about her in the actual book. So I decided, like, no way, not my birdie lady. I'm gonna expand that and make her more important, so I did. No, I think Ashara is pretty cool. So, these armored mind flayers are a bit of a pain, aren't they? I might need to switch to, like, an actually good formation for this. This is just stage 50. Okay, hold on. Yes, I ran to Annihilation for newbies. They actually asked for it, specifically. I gave them options, and they opted for that one. And I warned them how dangerous it was. And they did go through multiple characters. And none of their characters came out the way that they went in. Like, one of them started as an elf cleric of a particular god. I can't remember who right now. And her name was Maris. And by the end of the campaign, she was an undead talking lion. She had been permanently polymorphed into a lion, and she had been killed and brought back as an undead because of Nani Poo. Yeah, so she was an undead lion who is still a cleric, and she could talk. Just to make that easier. What? We don't need backseating. Backseating is actually okay for this show. For this one, it's okay to backseat me. Don't backseat the mods, but it's okay to backseat me on this show for about Idle Champions, because I talk about Idle Champions a lot, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I know what I'm doing. Although, probably best if it's just only when I ask for it. Alright, let's set up an actually good formation then. Let me just get people who attack quickly. Or have multiple attacks. Multiple attacks are also good. Okay, so... you get out of here, you get out of here. Dritz, you can stay. Yeah, you're pretty good, you can stay. Okay. Korth, you make people attack faster. I want you out here. And... let's see... Zorbu attacks everything in a line. That might be helpful. I normally wouldn't do this, but I'm thinking about taking Jamila because of Jamila's ultimate, where she attacks, like, everything. Yeah, she hits 6 times in total with a 30-second cooldown. That could be good. And... Calliope just hits twice. That's fine. And we'll take Ashara because of that magic missile. I guess short folk. Alright, and... oh, let's take Hitch because daggers. Lots of daggers. More daggers. Daggers. And... need one more. Okora, you also have a magic missile, right? Yes, you do. Okay. Then you get to come along as well. Oh, we actually need one more. We'll take Sentry. We get at least one speed mechanic out here. Okay. This is a bad-looking formation, but it works. Gwent lowers cooldown of champions next to him. Increases the base attack cooldown of champions adjacent to Gwent by 8 seconds, spread evenly between all champions, capped at 20 seconds in the case where another ability buffs the increase. Gwent makes people attack slower. Gwent is increasing the cooldown. Let's see, where is Gwent? Right next to Ikoria. Okay. 10 seconds with Gwent out here. And without Gwent out here, 6 seconds. So, you've got it backwards, my friend. You got it backwards. That's okay, though. That's what we're here for. Legendary Dragon. Question, Mars, I got a core from Split the Party, so I have no idea what the Mojang cores do, but it should make 2 parties. Okay, so when you have finished Split the Party, you get 2 things. 1 is you get a Mojang core, and 2 is you get a second party. Having a core does not give you a second party. Beating Split the Party gives you a core and gives you a second party. But having a core and having a second party does not, like, directly correlate to each other like that. Like, they don't inform each other. They all come from the same thing. But congratulations on getting your core from Split the Party. And what the cores do, they give you different buffs. So depending on what core you have, when you go to look at them, and by the way, slightly new overlay here. Experience bar is much shorter. Got the automation thing over on the right here. You can switch cores directly. If you have multiple cores, you can switch it from inside the core. It's pretty cool. I like it. I think these are good changes. Anyway, if you have a core, what you gotta do is pipe the energy from the starting node around and eventually have it end up at different output nodes, which will give you different bonuses like increase all gold by 480%, or reduce the amount of gold required to level up champions by 94%, or time accelerates and everything moves 1.5 times faster, etc. Different cores have different nodes have different effects. Best code ever. I'm glad you think so. I'm not expecting anyone to get it, so explaining a joke always worsens it, cheapens it, right? But anyway, it's supposed to be a joke about this. Gosrick's epic shirt is very cool shirt. I was going through all of Gosrick's stuff trying to figure out what my code should be for this week, and I saw a very cool shirt, and I thought, oh, I'll just have a very cool code. That's it. That's what today's code is supposed to be. It's supposed to be a joke. Okay. I'm going to go back to some of the leftovers. Peter Pendaji, question, is there a good way to get Mel Speedy supplement, same for 200 areas in a row achievement, other than just, say, setting him to a speed formation up to area 200 over and over again until you get lucky? Nope, you've actually got it right. That's it. You just set it up to go over and over again, 200 areas until you get lucky. That's it. I wish I could give you better advice than that, but that's it. I mean, put other speed champions out there to make it go faster. use speed potions if you really don't want to wait. But otherwise, yeah, you just gotta wait and get lucky. Sylphid Echo question: best champions or areas to grind gems? Okay, so the best mission to go on, the best adventure to go on to grind gems, depends on what your speed champions are and how well geared they are. But for most people, it's the Mad Wizard adventure in Grand Tour of the Sword Coast. So that would be Grand Tour of the Sword Coast, Mad Wizard, this one right here. Because that adventure has the highest ratio of fast spawning stages compared to non-fast spawning stages, more than any other adventure. If enemies are spawning faster in your game, then you're able to kill them faster, which means you're able to play through stages faster, which means you're able to earn gems and chests faster, right? So, that's it. Best champions would be speed champions. So, for example, Sentry is a speed champion, and every speed champion works differently. Sentry has a % chance that the quest requirements in the next area are reduced by 30%, as long as Sentry has not been attacked in your highest unlocked area. Every speed champion works differently, and you can use them together to use all of their abilities together, which can work out beautifully when you are gem farming. Oh, it's been a long time since you asked the question. Yeah. Yeah, sorry. I said I'm doing leftovers. Congrats on getting the achievement done, Peter. Good work. But hopefully that helps out somebody else. You literally just gotta get lucky. You just gotta keep trying it until you get it. That's it. Foolish Genius question: when you go back for the Gosrick test, you should double check if Narak buffs Gosrick Snowflake and gold buffs. It feels like triple value. Ooh. Oh, I suppose we could check that right now, actually. Here's my Narak. Here's my Narak next to Gosrick. We'll do that. There we go. So, Frosty Friendship with my Narak. Oh, no, up here. That's what I want. Oh, look at this. Wait a second, what? Okay, oh, I see, okay. Increase the damage of Narak by 7.04 E06. Okay, applied at 268.8% of original. So it seems that it is getting buffed. Alright, so this is saying 2.62 E6, 7.86 E6. Well, easiest thing is probably just check. Okay, 66788. Now, do any of those numbers change when he's next to Narak? 66788. Okay, so Narak in this position is gaining 7.04 EO6. And he's adjacent to Gosrick. And if we put someone else adjacent to Gosrick, 7.04 E06. Okay, now how much is Sentry getting? 2.62 EO6. Yeah! So it seems that yes, Narak is also boosting with Githzerai Focus. It's also boosting Frosty Friendship. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Nice. Alright. Yeah, so Narak and Gosrick, best friends. If you're going to use Gosrick, make sure you use Narak. Alright. Skyla Gaming. Question: at what rate do you get time gates, ignoring any purchases of any kind? Ignoring any purchases of any kind, including, like, free purchases? Because you can get time gate pieces from patron shops, which is using free-to-play currency, not, like, money currency. So if we're ignoring the free time gate piece that you can get from each patron each week, because that's technically a purchase. You're just using in-game currency. If you're ignoring that completely. Are we also ignoring blessings? Because there is the turn back time blessing for Tomb Annihilation Tier 5. You have to purchase the blessing using your favor, but then the effect is your time gate pieces are dropped by bosses +1 all campaigns. So if we ignore all purchases of all kinds, then I would argue that we're also ignoring purchasing blessings, right? Okay, so basically, what is the default rate of time gate usage? Alright, so that would be... Your results are going to vary because you get a time gate for free between each event, right? Like the next free time gate weekend is in 10 days, 4 hours, and 18 minutes, because that would be after this event ends. So... there's a timer in your game that's invisible. You can go look. You can look at it if you find it. It's you have a file in your Idle Champions folder that actually like has the information. It's a huge text file, and so you can easily get lost looking at it. But basically, all of your time gate pieces, these things, the ones that you use to open a manual time gate, you get one every 5 to 6 days dropped by bosses in your game. So it's a random number of seconds. The game just generates a random number of seconds that equals somewhere in the range of 5 to 6 days. Like it could be 5 days and 4 hours and 37 minutes and 18 seconds. It's a random number of seconds between 5 and 6 days. And then when that timer runs out is when your next time gate piece is available to be dropped. At that point, bosses that you fight have a 5% chance of dropping a time gate piece. And then once you've collected 6 time gate pieces, you can do a time gate. Having the blessing will give you 2 time gate pieces instead of 1. And then, of course, you can do patron purchases to get more. But, yeah. It's every 5 to 6 days that you'll get one, so that's, what, every 25 to 36 days you'll be able to get a full time gate. So since it's randomized, your results are going to vary from anyone else that you might talk to. But it's every 5 to 6 days to get a piece. That's it. And then there's the free time gates that are between every event. You're welcome. I'm glad that helps. Yoda ate my head. Question: if I have a speed potion running, does that affect the efficiency of bounty contracts? Or do those unspeed up time to determine rewards? Okay, so Yoda, you're asking, if you are playing the game faster by using different speed mechanics, your belief is that you are earning event tokens faster, and so using bounty contracts, would that then give you more event tokens or not? Because bounty contracts are simulating X number of minutes. And if you're playing faster, then you're getting more in those minutes, right? That is not the case. No. You do not actually earn more event tokens by playing the game faster. You are getting gems and chests faster because you're beating bosses faster, and then by opening those chests, you'll get bounty contracts, and then by using bounty contracts, you can get more event tokens. But just by virtue of playing the game faster does not cause enemies to drop event tokens at a faster rate. So no, using bounty contracts when you're playing faster does not give you even more than they normally would. Good question. I don't think anyone has ever actually asked me that specific question, so good one. Possible cabbage question. Given the Costume Party Global Blessing, how much should I prioritize buying skins with gems, even if I don't love them? Seems like it might be a better deal than gem feats. It depends. It depends on, like, what gem feats that you're getting. Some gem feats are truly worth it, like Avern or Human. Like, different gem feats or different champions are going to be more or less valuable. They're not all cut from the same cloth, of course. And you also got to take into account, not all of the feats that exist are just for, like, making a champion buff more. A lot of them are adjusting ability scores, which then makes those champions actually become available for different patrons and different variants, right? And that's something that you're not going to get out of that blessing. The blessing is just going to give you a straight power-up, but lots of things will give you straight power-ups. Feats are supposed to do more than that, you know? Like, Mehen has a feat now that makes him count as a tiefling. That's cool and unique. There's no blessing that does that. But I mean, yeah, it is pretty useful. It's a decent blessing, the Costume Party Global Blessing. I went under the hood of my account since I've got admin access, so that I could just see the number of skins that I own, and I think it's... oh gosh, what was it? I think I have 156 skins. Yeah. And then I think that Costume Party Blessing is like a 20%... is it Icewind Dale? Yeah, there it is, Costume Party. Oh, no, there it is. Ha! It even tells me. I didn't realize that there was a current count here, 154. Global damage plus 20% additive for each champion skin unlocked plus all campaigns. Current count 154. I didn't know that there was a counter there. Ha! Well, that could have saved me a lot of trouble. I manually counted them all. Oh man. That's what I get for not reading more. Okay. Anyway, 154. Cool. 20%, 154. So that's going to be, what? Over a 3,000% buff. Even my achievements are giving me more than that. Oh, the counter's new? Nice! I wonder when that got added in. Jesus, but on PC. Hi, I started the game yesterday. Oh, man. This is from last week, so they mean they started the game on Thursday. Okay. Well, if you're out there, Jesus... I hope you're there. I'm answering your question now, sorry. Hi, I started the game yesterday, and I just hit 2.6k gems. Should I save up for familiars or buy chests? What should I spend my gems on? Start by picking up the Mage Hand familiar, because that only costs 250 gems, and then spend the rest on chests for now. And good luck. We have a gems visual aid that you can check. There you go. Doorbell just linked the visual aids. One of them is the gems visual aid, which is supposed to help get you started about what considerations to make when you're deciding what to spend your gems on. Okay, Chan TR question. Can you please give some tips for new players about finding familiars having too much trouble here? Okay, so about finding them, I can tell you where to go to find them. First, you can kind of see a preview of all the familiars. If I switch over to my Epic game, that'd be better here. You can see a preview of many, not all, but many of the familiars if you just click on the familiars box. If you go into your game shop, now, I need to couch this by saying that I have access to the new shop, Shop 3. Not everybody's going to have this yet, but eventually you will. And if you go over to Gem Items, and then you can sort familiars. And now here's some more familiars that are available. Over on Packs, I can also sort by familiars. So all the packs that I'm looking at here will have other familiars for sale. And then there's also patrons. Each patron has in their shop a familiar that you can pick up with in-game currency. Oh, there he is, Conjured Spider. And Strahd as a toy werewolf, and Zariel I don't have unlocked yet. So I can't show that one off yet. Oh, we level up some people. They're slowing down. How's my gain here? E50. Oh, nice! We're actually gaining now. Sweet! Oh, that's exciting. Okay, so that's how you can find all familiars. And also a little bit about how you can get them. If you want to get the free-to-play familiars from patrons, you got to unlock patrons and then do patron variants to get influence so that you can earn the right to purchase things from their shop and then spend the patron currency that you've earned up to that point to purchase those things from their shop. Alright, so that's it for familiars. And Nivek39, hey boss, how do you get all your bench slots to fit into your bar? Great question. So, in your game settings, was it interface? Yeah, there it is. Under the interface set of options, narrow bench boxes, make sure that this one is checkmarked. If it's not checkmarked, your game looks like this, right? And then you have to scroll back and forth to look at your entire bench. But if you have your interface checkmarked for narrow bench boxes, then they all get squished and they all fit now, and there's no more scrolling, which is wonderful, and this should honestly be the default state of the game in my opinion. Okay, and that wonderfully takes us all the way through the leftover questions. Now I can just get back to the new stuff. So, Joang, question. When looking at your bench in a variant, some heroes have a torso with a red X, and some have a red X and something in the center. What do they mean? Oh, okay, so that sounds like you're in a specific variant. For example, there's some variants, like if I go, I don't know, I'm just gonna look at some things. Here we go. Sure, this works. We're not in Faerun anymore. Only champions with melee or ranged base attacks can be used. Okay. So if I were to play this variant, then champions that use magic attacks would be banned. I can only use melee or ranged base attacks. So champions with magic attacks would be banned. So they would have some kind of icon over their portrait on the bench that indicates you're not allowed to use this champion for this variant. Okay, sorry, okay. And then, on top of that, if I'm playing the patron version of this, then I would also not be allowed to use champions that do not qualify for that patron. So, for example, Strahd. Strahd requires intelligence of 13 or higher to be used. So, in that situation, you've got champions who, if they have magic attacks, they're banned because that's the rules of this variant. And then also, champions who have an intelligence below 13 are banned because that's Strahd's requirement. And those champions would have a different icon on their portrait to indicate that they're not allowed to be used for Strahd. So if you're in a situation where you've got champions on your bench that have different icons saying you're not allowed to use them, it's because one is to reflect the rules of the variant itself, and the other icon is to reflect the rules of the patron that you're using. You're welcome. Nathalis, what is a good place to farm favor in Vernis? Oh, just doing the first mission, honestly. I think, what is it, the Dead 3? I think the Dead 3 is the one that's popular. Yeah. But I just went back into the first one. Okay, yeah, I'm getting confirmation from chat that it's Dead 3. Yes. Thank you, chat. I'm trying to remember these things. Yeah, Dead 3 is the popular choice for farming favor in Avernus. So, if I was smarter, I should have done that one. But I'm already 400 stages in, so I'm just going to keep going on this one. Foolishina's question, I just started a variant with Shadar Kai. Details say they are elf, but not humanoid. Are they still humanoids? Yes, they should be. Well, hold on. Hold on. Shadar Kai. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna be honest. Shadar Kai have kind of, like, changed in their roles in the Forgotten Realms. Like, exactly what they are and what they're used for storytelling and all that. They've always had something to do with the Shadowfell, or whatever the Shadowfell is called at the time, depending on the edition that you're playing in. Okay, for 5th edition, they are humanoid. Cool. Yes, it is just a type of elf, like any other type of elf. Right. Yeah, I wasn't sure if they might actually be Fae, but no, they're still humanoids. They should still be humanoids for Idle Champions, then, because Idle Champions uses the 5th edition rules to base everything off of. Yay! We beat Armor Stall! Yay! Okay, let's go ahead and end this then. That much for all 3. Alright, so we have completed that. Aha! Now I don't know what to do. Wait a second, I know what to do. Trials! I need to set up a trial. Oh, I actually do have some blood this time, too. Alright, I'm thinking we do a master level difficulty. So that is difficulty 3. Master difficulty. If you want to join me for a master difficulty trial, your campaign join code is... Why do I always blank on champion names when I get to this point? What starts with H? Surely we have a champion that starts with H. We have 99 champions, almost 100 now. Havilar, thank you. Okay. It's Havilar, and then the letter C is for... You know what I need to do? I need to just write down, like, my own phonetic alphabet using champion names, and then I can just refer to that whenever I need this. Alright. Havilar, Corazon, the number 6, Torragar. There you go. Havilar, Corazon, number 6, Torragar. Welcome aboard, Dragavon! And anyone else who may join. Let me know when the party is full, and I will start that up. In the meantime... I'm going to switch focus to my Epic account. Because this is the one that's more exciting for me right now. Yeah. Alright. Alluri, question. What would you say is the best way to gear retired champions other than Electrums? I mean, Electrums is like the best way just to get some gear on them. So, other than Electrum chests... I mean, doing time gates for them, I guess. Yeah. I mean, Electrum chests is really the way to go for just getting gear on them. But then, once they are geared, at that point, like if you're hunting epics, for example, yeah, just spam time gates for that champion until you've got them fully geared. That's it. I think we're going to do Fire Breath, actually. I'm going to go fast. And we're going to get gold. And we're going to hit hard. And we're going to have health. Yeah! And I'm going to open a Gazard chest. Nice. Oh, just a nice casual chain shirt. Looks comfortable. Alex Byrne, question. Any tricks to make Melf consider stuff evil? I'm scared to start We from the Chaff. What happens if one of the bosses is not considered evil? Oh, I think Melf always marks bosses. Hold on. No, it doesn't say. And it just says 50% chance. I thought it marked all bosses. Maybe for that specific variant he marks all bosses. Hold on. Oh, it doesn't say there either. Only enemies melting from evil can be damaged. But there are people in chat saying that everything on boss levels is marked evil for that variant that he does. Okay. Yeah, because otherwise you would just get stuck. If they didn't allow for that, you would just get stuck. You have to beat a boss in order to continue. All bosses are marked. Okay. Hopefully that makes you feel a little bit better. And good luck, Alex. Foolish Genius, are you authorized to show us the key art at least? I probably am, but I don't know where it is. There's a folder hierarchy for all of our stuff, and I don't know where it all like it can be kind of dizzying. It's a labyrinth to go through. I don't know where that would be. That would take me at least a few minutes to find. Even if I could find it, it would take me a while. So I probably could show you, I just don't have it. But you can at least check it out on the IGN article. Yeah, just Camero just said that, yeah. It's on the IGN article at the very least. Camero, question... Oh, speaking of Camero. I haven't touched Baldur's Gate 3 yet, but wouldn't it be cool if they go... Oh, wouldn't it be cool if they go gold, we get a new Baldur's Gate champion to celebrate? That would be super cool! I have done, like 1.5 playthroughs of Baldur's Gate 3's current available content, because you can only play Act 1 right now. I'm very much looking forward to when the game's full release is out, and then I can really indulge. Maybe I can even stream that on my own channel. I don't know. Eventually, probably within the next 5 years, the game will be fully available. But I think that would be really awesome. I don't know if that might happen, but yeah, I think oh gosh, what is her name? The Githyanki warrior lady. What is her name? Lae'zel, that's it. Yeah. Because her name always makes you think of lasers. Good old laser. Yeah, Lae'zel. She's so cool. Or, the cleric. With the... Why can I not remember these characters' names? There's a cleric. She's got black hair and a ponytail. I can't remember her. Shadowheart. Thank you, Evil Emperor Zur. Yes, Shadowheart would also be cool. I don't care about Gale that much. I don't like Gale very much. Will is really cool. I like Will a lot. He's awesome. Yeah. I can see Will being a permanent party member for me on my full playthrough whenever that happens. I was like obsessed with Divinity Original Sin 2 back when that was still a new thing. I put many hundreds of hours into Divinity Original Sin 2. My first playthrough was like 200 hours, something like that, just because I had to do everything. Everything. It was so much fun. I played a skeleton lizard man as I did an original character. So I'm really looking forward to Baldur's Gate 3, because it's basically Divinity Original Sin with a D&D skin over it, and I love that. A Fallen Angel. Mars, you so know what you're doing in the game. I have learned so much over the last few months listening to your sage words of wisdom. Oh, thank you very much, Fallen Angel. I appreciate that. I honestly try. I think it's an important thing to recognize, like, in my capacity as a teacher, I guess. That feels weird to even say, but in my capacity as a teacher for Idle Champions, I think it's important for me to recognize, to stay humble, that I don't know everything. But if I don't know something, then we could then learn it together. We can figure that out together, because we are on this journey together. I don't know, it's my hope that that attitude keeps me grounded. Admit when I don't know something, and then it can be a teaching moment where we learn it together. Smugglebira, question, hey Mars, some wording in the blessings are different for the same thing, I think. The base attack cooldown versus normal attack cooldown. This is just because they are added to the game at different times. They were probably because they were added to the game at different times and potentially by different people. There's not like one person behind the scenes who controls every single thing that goes into the video game itself, right? There's a team of people. And the team of people submit different text lines or commit those text lines to the code and then push that code out to the game. And at any point, any of those things might change. So it could be that it's just because it was written at a different point. So different wording has become more or less popularly used by people internally at that point. Or it could be because they are just different humans who use different words. Educational facilitator. I like that more. Thank you, Spindly or Hades. Yeah. That's a good one. I like that a lot, actually. That's great. Yeah. Facilitator. That feels better. It feels less pretentious. Niyakuma, any tips for a brand new player? Well, I hope if you're still here, welcome to Idle Champions, Niyakuma. I hope that you enjoy your time with us and with the game. Cheers. Oh, you are? Excellent! Yeah, I've got tips for you. So, it's a question that comes up a lot, right? Because, like, this is episode 174. And supposedly, I get more new people visiting this show than we do any other show. So it's a very new player-friendly show here, specifically. So, you're in the right place. Thanks for coming. And I've had this question many times. So, tips for new players. Alright. Chat. Because this is always fun. What do we say for advice for new players? What do I say every time? There's like a few different things that I always rattle off. Osmaniac has started the conversation with, have fun, Gliding Secret. Have fun, Midnick. Enjoy the game. Do what's fun. Reaver, number one, have fun. Smuggle beer and buy all the skins? I mean, if you have the money and you want to do it, then yeah, sure. But no, I'm not going to tell someone to go buy all the skins. Take your vitamins. Drink your Ovaltine. Remember to drink your Ovaltine. Number one is just have fun, because at the end of the day, it's a video game, y'all. And if you're not having fun, why are you doing it? So, yeah, that's the most important thing. I also say to join the community, specifically, join the Discord is my recommendation, typically. !Discord in chat will get you a link to the official Idle Champions Discord, where a bunch of people, including, like, the developers and myself, and, like, members of the Codename team, are there and hang out there. Some more than others, of course, but it's a great place to go for advice, for help, like whenever you have specific questions. We have a new players channel just for new player questions. Like if you want a place where it's explicitly not awkward to ask totally newbie questions, we have a place specifically for that so that people don't have to feel awkward about it. There's a formations channel on the Discord as well, which is really good for posting like screenshots of what it is that you're working with, and other people can weigh in on like how you can improve what you're working with. So join the community in general. Have fun. Join the community. And I'm going to throw in some practical advice in here as well, which is to reset often. some people, when they start playing the game, like maybe it's their first time playing an iterative game, like you know, your cookie clickers or your, I don't know, lollipop farms or whatever. I haven't played many other games in that style, just like the old school ones, really. I was obsessed with that lollipop farm game back in the day. Candy Box, that was what it was called. Yeah, Candy Box. I played the hell out of that one in college. Cookie Clicker, not as much. I think I went probably like 100 hours or so on Cookie Clicker. A couple weeks. Anyway, Candy Box, though, I really like that. Anyway, if you aren't used to those kinds of games, then it is often the case that you'll need to, like, you make progression, you go as far as you can, and then you stop and you start over. But you get to keep something that makes you able to go farther the next time you play through. And this game is a lot of that. You always keep your champions, and you always keep your champions' gear, and you always keep your inventory full of consumable items, right? The thing that you're resetting is your progress in any given adventure. Like right now I'm on stage 453 of A Tale of Two Cities adventure. And if I go to complete adventure, then I will reset and I'll go back to the map screen to choose a new adventure, but I will have gained favor. And favor is what determines how much gold I get on each playthrough. And gold helps me to afford more champion level ups, so that I'm able to then push farther. And that's the core loop of the game. So it is often the case that you will reach what is called your wall, where you're not able to really progress any further on your current adventure. And I would not advise you to stay at your wall longer than an hour. If you've been at your wall in any adventure for longer than an hour, just go ahead and reset and start another adventure. Because you've probably already gotten everything that you're going to get out of that one. So that's your practical advice as well. Oh yeah, and there's some people in chat who are just sharing that there are codes that you can put into your game right now. Connellan specifically, I'm going to make mention here. Connellan just mentioned champion unlock codes. Yeah, you can get Evelyn, Strix, Shaka, Celise, and Dahani. That's 5 champions, all for free, right now, just by putting those codes in that Connellan just posted in chat. So don't miss out on those. You also get chests for them, too. And good luck. I hope to see you around some more. This show happens every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday morning, and then also Wednesday afternoons. So I hope to see you around. Zasnold, question. Need to unlock one more champion in slot 10 to do Split the Party 2. Already have Havilar. What champion do you suggest I get? For slot 10? 10's a tough one. Because... 10's a tough one because there's a lot of champions in there that are just, like, pretty good, and no one who's like, oh my god, they're the best thing ever! Right? Unlike, like, slot 11 that has Averin. Or slot 2 that has, like, Donar or Whittle. So, slot 10? Yorvin? Eliwick? Torgar? Any of those are fine. You could get Olcoria for free, just by playing Waterdeep Dragonized and going far enough in the campaign. So you don't even have to do a time gate or event or whatever for that one. You can just pick up Olcoria right now by playing through Waterdeep Dragonized. So maybe just aim for that, honestly. If you don't really care, you just need a body so that you can qualify for Split the Party 2, then yeah, go get Olcoria. Riffraff, question, with all the streaming you do you find yourself narrating your games when you're not streaming? Okay, actually, I'm gonna be completely real with y'all. I'm gonna be totally honest with you right here. Okay, this streaming this much for my actual job is affecting me. I've noticed this. I don't narrate myself when I'm playing games, but if anyone is watching me play a video game, like my friends or my partner, anybody, even if I'm not like streaming it to hundreds of people, if anyone is watching me play a video game, I start to slip into my streamer personality. And I become worried that they're gonna get bored if I don't continue being entertaining. So streamer brain, it's a real thing. I was not expecting that to happen, but yeah, like as I continue to stream more and more and more and more and more, I have noticed that when other people watch me play, even if it's not being broadcast on Twitch or whatever, I slip into streamer brain, and yeah, it's weird. It's weird. The human mind, a fascinating and frightening thing. Neon Treon. And thank you for asking that, Riff Raff. It's a weird thing, and it's cool. Thanks for giving me a chance to talk about it. Neon Treon, question: do global patron perks work in all campaigns? Yes! That is why they are such a hot commodity. That is why they should be a priority. Because your global patron perks will apply to every campaign you go to. Son of Frankenstein, question: which champion do you recommend for position 5? You already have Calliope and Briv. For 5? Just a moment. Let me start a Mad Wizard free play on Steam so that I can see everybody in slot 5 again. There we go. Keelik. Keelik is a good support and a good healer, and is also a positional buff as well, so that you can work in Archon and Artemis, potentially. Yeah, Keelik's a good one. If you already have Briv, which you do. So yeah, Son of Frankenstein, I would suggest Keelik. I see some people saying Viconia as well, and honestly, I agree. Viconia has helped me a lot. I think I like Keelik more than Viconia, but I really enjoy Viconia, especially because of her Animate Dead ability, because it works as like a really cheap version of a Fire Breath potion. It's like a really, really, really low power Fire Breath potion. It's just nice to have, honestly. You're welcome. Shade 8. Which Avern Blessing did you mean? Or Avern Feat? I was talking about feats. Which Avern Feat did you mean is worth dropping gems on? Oh, it's anything that buffs his mirror images or is seeing double. I can't remember specifically because, like, I don't own Avern on my Epic account, so I can't see his list of feats on my Epic account. And once you own a feat, it doesn't tell you how you got that feat anymore. Like, I don't know which ones came from chests and which ones came from gems and which ones came from whatever other things. So I can't easily just check that, unfortunately. I wish I could. Lil B, is there a reason I saw a skin yesterday and now it's gone? Should the UI show it's a limited item instead of just disappearing randomly? Which skin did you see yesterday that's gone now? Which skin was that? I wasn't aware of a skin that went away. It was Torgar? A Torgar skin that went away randomly. Was it because of a wild offer? Because wild offers can have skins. And that's just a normal thing. Wild offers only last for like 12 hours, and then they're gone. And then you'll get another one in the next like 24 to 48 hours, I think. It was a gem skin? What? Really? Oh, it was there all week. Huh, and now it's gone. I don't have Torgar on this account, so his skin wouldn't show up for me, I believe. Otherwise, I would check that. I mean, yeah, that's weird. Yeah, that would be nice to have some kind of, like, a warning in the shop about, like, when something is going to be removed. I can't think about why we would remove a gem feat, or a gem cost skin. Why would we take that away? I don't know, like that. It sounds like a bug. Has anyone else noticed gem skins disappearing for you? Oh, Peta says Gladiator Torgar's in the shop for them right now. Oh, okay. Is it possible that you might have actually picked up the skin somehow? Lil B, can you check if your Torgar actually has the skin? Maybe you unlocked it somehow and forgot about it? Or maybe unlocked it through some other means? You don't have Torgar. Oh. Well, then I don't think it shows up for you. Yeah, I don't think skins appear in the shop, gem skins appear in the shop for champions that you don't own. Like, I don't own Torgar, so I don't have the skin for Torgar either. And I don't see a Torgar skin. I only see skins for champions that I own. The Torgar skin shows up there even if you don't have it. Oh, this is weird. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. That maybe this is just a problem that we've got with Shop 3. With the new shop. Just another issue that needs to be fixed. I mean, that's why we're doing testing right now, right? That's why only like half the people on Steam and half the people on Epic have the shop right now. It's because we're testing stuff. So, patience, I suppose. That's weird! That's so weird. I mean, provide that feedback. We have a Discord channel specifically for the new shop feedback. So if you've got a minute, Lil B, go on to the Discord channel over there and talk about that. That is honestly the best place to provide feedback because we have people in there that are checking things. Not me. It's not my job, but we have people on the team who are like actually have to go over there and read all of those things. Come on, Warden. Warden is such an amazing pickup. No matter, like, what your progress is in the game, Warden is such a good pickup. I've been able to go, like, way farther, like 30 stages plus, just swapping Warden in, stacking up Hex, swapping Warden out. Warden's so awesome. Tales from Beyond the Screen. When do you get access to Trials of Mount Tiamat? Okay, so what you've got to do, you can see that I'm playing Tale of Two Cities, which is a Baldur's Gate Ascended to Avernus adventure. You have to play through the entire storyline of Baldur's Gate Ascended to Avernus. So you got to go to Hell and do all the missions in Hell. And when you finish the final mission of Baldur's Gate Ascended to Avernus, at that point, on your map screen, you'll see a thing under the time gates that says Trials of Mount Tiamat. And when you click on that, it'll come with an adventure on the screen that says The Mad God. And that's a special adventure that you can only do once. Once you beat it, you lose access to it. So you can try as many times as it takes, but once you beat it, you lose access to the Mad God. But the Mad God adventure is just to earn the right to access Trials of Mount Tiamat. It's almost like a practice mission. So that's how you do it. You got to go through the entire storyline of Baldur's Gate Ascent to Avernus. You don't have to do all the variants. You just have to beat the main missions, the base adventures. And then you have to complete the Mad God challenge adventure. And then you can actually play Trials of Mount Tiamat. Good luck. Mythic Priest, question. So, I have a Prismatic Blood Vial and 40-some champions. When should I use that? The Prismatic Blood Vial is used for paying for access to a Trial of Mount Tiamat campaign on any difficulty level. So I was setting up Trials of Mount Tiamat on my Steam account. Try to switch over to that and check on it. Look at that, everybody's here. So thank you, Dragavon, the Gamrix, Supernova Ack, and Ernest Kobold. I will choose... Wait, is Paulton taken? Yes, okay, so Jamila, because I don't care. Come on, Jamila. So I'm playing on a master difficulty, and it cost me 4 blood vials to do that. Blood vials and prismatic vials are what's used to, like, you pay in to start a Trials of Mount Tiamat campaign. It cost me 4 blood vials to do a master difficulty, that's the 3rd difficulty. And the higher up in difficulty you go, the more blood vials it costs. Or, you can use a prismatic blood vial, and then no matter what difficulty you're on, it costs 1. 1 prismatic blood vial. Alright, and they're off! And because I have forgotten to do my trials twice in a row, I'm just going to go ahead and immediately do that now, so that no one has to yell at me because I'm not doing my job. Alright, I'm gonna fight the entire forest. Let's go. Okay, and now this will be fine on its own. This doesn't need me to babysit it. Alright. JVC Aguiar. During Spring Extravaganza, we were teased with Modron Overflow coming to the game and other changes. Given that the gem shop was recently redesigned, when can we expect new content from Modron Course to drop? Pfft, if you find out, you tell me. It's like, of course I know that they're working on stuff, but I have no idea when that's actually dropping. Because I'm not in those meetings. I'm not behind those closed doors. I don't know any more about when stuff is coming than y'all do right now. Honestly. If you find out, let me know. Because I will be equally excited as the rest of you. Reaver, do we know if the new character will have a unique class listed? Oh, if Dungeon Master will have a unique class? He's probably just a wizard, right? I mean, he's literally a spellcaster. So, it's probably just a wizard. I don't imagine that he would have a unique class. Maybe he would be classless. I could see that being a thing, like, instead of it saying rogue or fighter, it just says, like, NA. Just none. No class. Because he's the Dungeon Master. Oh, the IGN video shows human wizard. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm betting, like, the Dungeon Master chooses what, like in fiction, the Dungeon Master, rule 0, right? Dungeon Master's always right. The Dungeon Master is whatever the Dungeon Master wants to be. And so perhaps the fiction that we're choosing here is that the Dungeon Master is choosing to be a wizard for the time being. If we go with that, I can accept it. Connellan, question. Will we see the Dungeon Master getting some skins of other famous DMs, perhaps a B-Dave skin? I love that idea. Trevor actually, like, picked that up off of somebody suggesting it. Maybe it was you, I don't know. Somebody suggested that somewhere, and Trevor caught that and showed the rest of us, and I thought it was an awesome idea. I don't know, like, if that could happen. Can you imagine, like, if that's how we could immortalize various people, like Chris Perkins, or Jeremy Crawford, or Matthew Mercer, or B. Dave Walters? It's probably the most obvious choice. That would be so cool! I don't know if that's going to happen, but I love the idea. Vonren the Monkey. Question. I'm new. Is there any big difference between Epic and Steam? I'm playing on Epic. Oh, Storyteller Marskin, thank you. First of all, hey, welcome to Idle Champions. Cheers. We're happy to have you. I hope you enjoy your time with us. Any big differences between Epic and Steam? The game version can be different. They try to keep them in sync as much as they can. They're usually only, like, within one or two, like, changelog updates of each other. But sometimes it gets a little bit out of sync. But even in those cases, the game is not, like, so far out of sync that there's, like, different stuff happening in the games. Like, if there's an event that's live, it'll be live in Steam and Epic. If there is a time gate, it'll be live in Steam and Epic. Whatever content has been released, it'll be live in Steam and Epic. Little things like, let's see, 426, change the "It's all gonna be okay" variant to check the English name of the champion for usable champions. Fixes, fix heroes equipment not showing the active bonus. Fix some chests not properly purchasing. Fix in case where the load station bugs on the shower learn sleep. Blah 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 blah. This is from Monday, April 11th. And if I go over to my Steam, let's just check. Oh, hey, cool. These are all the same as well. Nice. Do I have the correct versions showing on my overlay then? 426 and 426. I gotta change my overlay. My overlay is out of date, actually. I set this up last night to be ready for today, and I wasn't expecting them to get 426 out, but after I left work. So let me just correct that. So right now, there is, like, no difference. There we go. Between Steam and Epic. No meaningful difference, no. Even in the worst cases, there's no, like, huge difference. The only thing, I guess, that might be worth mentioning is that there are occasional promotional periods where we give away, like, a lot of free stuff to people on a specific platform or multiple platforms. Epic has had a few. I think Steam has had a couple. Console players and mobile players recently had a big one, where they got, like, 5 champions and a familiar and, like, 80 chests. That was a big one. I don't think there's a promotion happening right now, but I could be wrong. But no, for the most part, there's really not much of a difference between Steam and Epic. So, take your pick. Oh yeah, there's creator codes. Garwar and I both have creator codes on Epic, so if you want to support us directly that way, you can do that. But no pressure. Smugglebeer, a question. Any tips for where to farm favor in Waterdeep? I go to Building Trust. I think that's the name of it. It's pretty much just one of the starting adventures for any of the campaigns. It's either the first, second, or third adventure for any of the campaigns is the one that you go to when you want to farm favor. Because it's usually the easiest one. Oh. Oh, I only have one. Oh no. Alright, Warden, do your job. Get out of here. Get those hex stacks. You're stacking on the wrong people. Come on, Warden. Come on, Warden. Warden! Come on. One more. There you go, thank you. Alright. Foolish Genius question. I just submitted a ticket about the Shadar Kai thing, but I'm in party 3. The stage it says is Gosrick free play. Can Sean still tell other parties? Can Sean still tell other parties? Oh, like, can Sean check your other parties? I mean, Sean can check your various parties no matter which party it is that you might be trying to use. Sorry, I don't think I fully understand what your question is, Foolish. I will move on, but you can clarify in chat. Crockering. Is it possible to use the champions I like instead of the most optimal combination, like invest in ones and forget about the rest? Oh yeah, totally. Every formation is viable. Like, every DPS is viable. There's a character named Delana, who is often the punching bag of people's jokes, saying like, oh yeah, Delana's a terrible champion, blah, 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 blah. But when we make jokes, walk out of the room, and we all stop kidding around, Delana's fine. As long as you can complete content. As long as you can complete content in the game, then you're doing fine. If you want to, like, play optimally and go as far as possible and get the absolute biggest numbers possible, then your specific choices of champions are going to matter more. But if all you want to do is just play the game and have fun, they all work. It's just that some work better than others. Sometimes I like to prove that bad DPS choices are still fine by completing content using them. But can you just play the game with the characters that you like? Absolutely, yes, you can do that. You do not have to play using only the most optimal choices. And I love when people do that, because I get a little tired of seeing the same things over and over and over and over and over and over and over. It's refreshing to see people using just whatever champions that they feel like using, instead of just the popular ones. Oh, Lurking Rider. Gar discovered why Delana and Rosie get the short end of the stick as DPS champions yesterday. Their self-DPS upgrade caps at approximately 810 less than virtually every other DPS champion. What? That's a huge difference. Wow. Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense then. Poor Delana and Rosie. They'll get their day in the sun one day. Reds fan, question Mars, did you slip into your streamer mode while playing Elden Ring? I did, because I was often, like, streaming it privately via Discord for my partner. She and I would just hang out that way. She would just watch me play Elden Ring. Or we would co-op together, and yeah, I found myself slipping into streamer brain pretty much every time. It's a real problem. She had to, like, reassure me, like, no, I'm not bored, you're fine. Thank you. Streamer brain is real. Foolish Genius, clarification. What level you're on says Gosrick free play in Party 1, not the level I have a problem in Party 3. Oh, I see. What you could do then is just, you can add notes to bug reports that you submit. Like, you don't have to wait for a response. You can add more clarifying details. So if you feel like you need to, like, let Sean know that, like, hey, the ticket is saying this, but what I actually need is over here in this other party. You can just mention that in an additional note to send over. Eknor question, is there a reason why Strix and Evelyn codes are still valid? If I'm not wrong, it's been a few months. I don't know. I don't know how long they're meant to be valid for. It might be one of the... Sometimes we set up codes to just not expire. They just have no expiration date. And then at some point, it dawns on us that like, oh, hey, wait a second. Actually, this doesn't need to be a thing anymore. And then we turn it off. So, as long as they're still valid, I mean, enjoy, make use of it, spread the word. Cruciferous Kale. Not a question. Watching you narrate the recent Witchlight missions has been a real treat, and I'm looking forward to the next mission drop just to see you voice act it. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm more inclined to actually do it if I know that people are enjoying it, so your comment feels good to read. Thank you for submitting that. I enjoy voice acting. I enjoy reading things aloud. I've done it many times. I'm a bit of a chatterbox, as I'm sure you've all noticed, which makes me good at streaming. But it does wear on the throat, and it's something that I need to prepare for if I know I'm going to be doing like really rough voices like Yorvin. The voice I do for Yorvin and Jarlaxle takes a lot out of me. But I'm glad that you enjoy it, because that is why I do it. Mythic Priest question, how do you manage Mehen's grumpy stacks? I'm going to be honest with you, I don't. I put Mehen in the formation, and whatever his grumpy stacks are at, alright, cool. I'm probably going to get better at using Mehen once his third specialization is finally out in the game, and then I can use Mehen and Frida and Havilar a lot more often, and that will be fun. So, right now, how do I manage Mehen's grumpy stacks? I don't. I just put him in and forget about him. But if you ask me again in, like, I don't know, a month or two, or whenever Mehen's specialization is finally out, hopefully sooner rather than later, then hopefully I'll have a more detailed answer for you at that point. Thank you for understanding, Mythic Priest. I'm always going to be honest with you guys. I just don't even bother with Mehen right now. Jamick Unyielding question. Hey Mars, who all our super secret DPS? Hatch? Penny? Sassy P? Who else? Vicky? Yes, Vicky. Okay, who is Sassy P? Oh, that's the Sassy P. Okay, and the other one is, Paul. There you go. Hatch, Penny, Sassy P, Vicky, and Paul. That's Paulton. Who I believe was the origin point of us using the phrase secret DPS. Because for whatever reason, Paulton has a lot of self-damage increases, even though he's a pure support. Smugglebeera, is there an optimal time to use a Potion of Polish? Some people believe, and justifiably, that the best time to use a Potion of Polish is after you have finished getting shinies for every single Evergreen champion. So I have one shiny on my Ashara right now, and I have no shinies anywhere else. And if I had full shinies on my Ashara, and my Brunor, and my Celeste, and my Naeli, and my Jarlaxle, and Ashara, and Minsk, and Delana, and Hitch, because Hitch is also an Evergreen champion, and Makos, and Driss, because Driss is an Evergreen champion, and Tyrell, and Olkoria, because Olkoria is an Evergreen champion, and Dragonbait, because Dragonbait is an Evergreen champion, and Archon, and Azaka, because Azaka is an Evergreen champion, and then, at that point, it could be argued that that is the optimal time to then use a Potion of Polish. But boy, you really gotta wait a long time till that happens. And I do not have that kind of patience. I don't know about you, but that'll take way too long. Rysong, what are the requirements for Motron Core? The requirements for unlocking your first Motron Core is you need to complete the Split the Party adventure. The requirements for the Split the Party adventure, which I can't even show in my game anymore, unfortunately, is that you have to have at least 2 champions in every bench slot. So, you need Brunor and someone else. You need Celeste and someone else. You need Naeli and someone else. You need Jarlaxle and someone else, etc. All the way down to you need Archon and someone else. Have at least 2 champions in every slot, and then you have to complete the Split the Party adventure, which is unlocked via this menu. You get to it via this Adventuring Parties menu. Once you beat that, you'll have your very first Motron Core. Good luck! Cyrus Black, Q. The wording on my Bribs and Natural Haste ability has changed to no longer tell me the chance to skip levels now mini. Should I stop feeding in blacksmithing contracts? What? Mine still says it. Is it perhaps because you don't have them in the formation? Because some of the champion abilities read differently depending on if they're on the bench or on the field. I can't check that right now, because I've got things attacking my Briv at the moment. Come on. Come on, beat the stage. Come on, beat the stage. Beat the stage so I can take my Briv out. Wow, we've actually got the full stack of 100 enemies on screen. Oh, and they're killing people. Alright, so I might be at my wall now. Alright, so if I take my Briv out... No, it still says he's got his chance and his stacks. Were you perhaps looking at, your upgrades and not your formation buffs? Make sure you're looking at formation buffs. And then also, in case it matters, where is it? Is it also interface? Yeah, it is. Make sure that your effect description is also checkmarked to advanced and not basic. You want to make sure it's on advanced. It matters. Yeah, this might be something I can just check myself. If I set this back to basic, does it take it away? No, it still says. Well, then the only thing I can think of is that you might have been on your upgrades tab instead of your formation buffs tab. Because, yeah, upgrades doesn't tell you. But formation buffs will. That's the only thing I can check. I can imagine then, because it wasn't basic versus advanced. I already checked that. That advanced tab check fixed it. Nice! You're looking at upgrades. Yeah! I win! Awesome. I helped one person! Yeah! Good show, Mars. Good show. Alright. Crocker, again. Can I play cross-platform between Steam and mobile? No. Good question. It comes up a lot. I know I'm on the fence about it. I like that it's different accounts for each platform, because I like making multiple accounts because I like to do challenges and starting fresh and stuff like that. But I also wish that there was cross-platform, because then I could cozy up in bed with my Switch and play my Steam account, or my Epic account, whatever. And that would be nice too. They're both good. But I guess, thankfully, my opinion doesn't matter, because we just don't have it. We just don't have cross-platform play. As nice as that would be, we just don't. Sorry. Mythic Priest, what is a creator code? Okay, well, so, I guess, hashtag ad. So, on the Epic Game Store platform, if you're a person who has, like, 1,000+ followers on Twitch, or Twitter, or YouTube, or whatever, there's different requirements for each one, then you can petition Epic Game Store for a creator code. And then when someone puts in your creator code, when they're purchasing something on Epic, then some of that money from the creator code will go into, like, a wallet, a digital wallet for that creator. And then once that reaches, like, a certain point, then it will pay out to that creator. So Garwar has a code, and it's just Garwar. I have a code, and it's Storyteller Mars. I don't know if anyone else in the Idle Champions community has a creator code. It might just be the two of us. Yeah. But it helps. It helps to, like, pay for groceries or gas for the car or anything like that. Little things. But it does help, honestly. That's all. Oh yeah, Jordan, you should definitely look into that. If you weren't aware of it before. I recently learned that you have to, like, make... Epic won't even, like, send you a tax form for it unless you make, like, I think over $600 from it in a calendar year. And I have not, so they did not send me a tax form. I feel like that was weird, but whatever. Super Collins question, in terms of the weekly patron challenges, do the challenges always add up to a specific amount of coins each week? Like, would the challenges always total to 3k coins? That's a good question. I've never thought about that before. I don't know. That's never something I've checked before. Maybe. Yeah, I honestly don't know that one. I'd have to, like, total it up this week, and then next week, and then next week, and then next week, and see if there's a trend or something. Maybe I could just ask internally and someone could just tell me, but off the top of my head, no, I don't have an answer for you for that one. That's interesting. Lurking Writer, voice acting will likely never be out of the game. True. That being said, would you be willing to voice Yorvin if Pack Antics ever got animated? Bringing Jims up to be Minsk and Matt Mercenary Review. Yeah, absolutely. I think that'd be a delight. Yeah, that'd be so much fun. Foolish Genius, not a question. You do not have to do funny voice if it's hard, if it's good enough to get the story from you. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Foolish. Yeah, but it's fun to do funny voices. All right, and last question for now. Casper 007. Oh, I stopped opening silvers after getting green gear on everyone, and I've only been opening golds. Figured I would save silvers for patrons. Should I keep opening them for shinies? You will eventually get to the point where you want to go shiny hunting, like after you've gotten full epics on everybody. If you want to switch to just going golds for now, that's perfectly fine and valid. Once you are fully epic, then you're going to want to go shiny hunting. So you're going to want to open up a ton of silver chests at that point. It's okay to go golds for now. Get those epics. But then, eventually, when you're ready to go shiny hunting, yeah, go all in on silvers, because those are more cost-efficient if you're hunting down shiny specifically. Alright. And that's it. That's it. So, I gotta get out of here, because formation save is coming up. So let's wrap up. Thank you, everyone, for joining me for today's episode of Mars Guiding Hand. I hope to see you all again next time. That will be tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Pacific. Check out all the other awesome shows that we have right here on the Cine Games Twitch channel. Formation Save is coming up next with Sean and Taylor. Not me. I'm on Thursdays. So have fun with them. Say hi to them for me. You can follow Idle Champions on social media. Please join our community on the social media platform of your choice. You can find me on Twitter at RyanBlakeHall. It says right down there. But please call me Mars. That is my preference. Thank you to Codename Entertainment. Thank you to Jordan for moderating, producing, and catching questions for me today. And thank you, everyone, for watching, wherever you are in our fair multiverse. Be safe. Be kind to each other. Be kind to yourself. And until next time, look sharp. Goodbye. Check it out. I get like a promotional ad reel to play at the start and the end of my show now. That's so cool. I think Lauren put these together. It's nice. I like it because you get a chance to see the art of these things, like, bigger than normal.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.